This video is going to show you how to access the FPS Universal Design for Learning Google site, as well as a brief explanation and overview of the site itself. So if you're in your Google Drive, to find a Google site in the district, you would click on your waffle and click on Sites right here. Now on mine it already shows up because I already contribute to that site. But for the first time looking for it, where it says Search My Sites right here, you're going to click on the triangle and click Search All Sites and type in FPS Universal Design, and a list will come up, and this should be your first link. So this is the website itself. The home page talks about 3 networks for Universal Design. There's a little more background on UDL here, including the new guidelines, talking about multiple means of engagement, representation, action, and expression. And you can go more in depth on the 3 principles of UDL through this tab, and it'll take you right to CASP's website. They are the original architects of Universal Design for Learning. And then we have some technology involved. First of all, just a reminder that if you're using technology, it doesn't mean you're doing UDL, and if you're doing UDL, it doesn't mean you have to use technology. But if you're using it the right way and thinking about the end in mind, you can have many successful applications. We've housed as many tools as we can find in this tab, and they're organized according to reading or writing or math, templates, infographics. It depends on what you're looking for. So if you were looking specifically for some way for students to use video to express their learning, we have a link to sites that students in the district have used before or teachers have used successfully. There's also some videos, again, explaining UDL if you need a deeper understanding of it. There are samples of student work, an example of a student choice unit, and how you can take your standards and still offer students choice in how they want to respond. And then the last button is our connection between Universal Design for Learning and what we already know through our work with Marzano. So this will take you to a thing link that shows the learning map that we're familiar with. And right now DQ 1, 2, and 3, you'll notice, have little information icons. If you click on that, it'll bring you to DQ 1. And here you can see examples of how to find DQ1 in the classroom or how to utilize UDL in the classroom. But first I'm going to show you that each one of the domain questions will have a link back to the learning map, a link back to the UDL website, and a target. And this is where if you have something really good for DQ1 that you use in your class that you want to share, you can click on that link and give us feedback. Describe your strategy that you use, provide a link if you have one, and you can choose if it works with a specific domain and or if it works with a specific network for UDL, whether it's engagement, representation, or action and expression. If you're not sure, you can leave them blank. If it's just a good strategy for teaching, include it and we'll find a place for it. So for example here, when it talks about providing rigorous learning goals and performance scales and rubrics, we have a link to Marzano's proficiency scales, some of which are already linked to Common Core standards, and you can search by grade level and content area. A link to Rubristar, which is a rubric creation website, and then a link to Gubrick, which is a Google add-on that adds rubrics to your Google Docs, as well as some videos that are tutorials on how to use some of these applications. Videos for tracking student progress, different ideas, like Flubberoo's a Google add-on that'll help you turn your Google Forms into some type of summative assessment, and Smart Response, and then even celebrating success, because we found that Pinterest sometimes houses some of the best ideas for celebrating success. So that's the overview of what you can find in the new Farmington Public Schools UDL website.